Over the past few days, I decided to spend some time exploring Mississippi, but not the famous tourist spots. Instead, I wanted to go deeper and explore the rural towns of the Mississippi Delta. That's how I ended up in a historic Delta cotton town called Friars Point, Mississippi, where you can still see traces of the past alongside everyday life. Welcome back to the channel, and in today's video I want to talk about how I spent my time in Mississippi. I'm no longer there. I've left and I'm on my way to my next state, but for today I want to talk about and show you clips and videos on how I spent my time in that state. And so first and foremost, when I got to Mississippi, I knew that I wanted to explore a certain part of the Mississippi Delta region. I just didn't know what town I wanted to focus on. And so for my first full day in Mississippi, I just literally drove around the Mississippi Delta region blindly. Just drove around and just to absorb and take everything in. And for those of you who don't know anything about the Mississippi Delta region, it is a region that's located in the northwest part of Mississippi, and it sits between the Mississippi River and the Yazoo River. The Mississippi Delta that region is historically tied to agriculture, primarily cotton farming. It has a history of slavery, and that whole kind of region is tied to the Mississippi River, because the Mississippi River played an integral role for that region in transporting cotton and other goods up and down the Mississippi River via a steamboat. And so I knew that I wanted to explore that part of Mississippi just for the historical context and historical reasons. So my first full day, I just drove around. And what I quickly noticed and saw about the Mississippi Delta region is that there was so much farmland. And I mean, flat, empty farmland for days, just acres and acres of farmland. It had a very quiet, serene, kind of isolating feel. It was just open roads for days with farm land on either side for miles. I absolutely loved it. I enjoyed it. It was very, very peaceful. And I just drove around for what seemed like hours. And while I was driving around, I passed through a few small towns like Vance and Barksdale, Mississippi. And a few things caught my attention as I was driving through the town of Vance. The first thing that caught my attention was this abandoned fire station. It was so beautiful. Yes, it was abandoned. There was a old rusty fire truck, but there's something beautiful in that, you know. And I got out and took a few pictures, and I stared at it for a while. And the first thing that came to my mind was, how long has this fire station been sitting here? What are the stories behind it? And then literally right up the street from the abandoned fire station was what appeared to be to me a little convenience store called Vance Quick Stop that sold snacks and other goodies. And honestly, when I got out to look at it and investigate it, I didn't walk up to it, because even though it appeared to be abandoned, upon closer investigation, I think somebody might have still been living in there, for the simple fact that off to the right, you could see a satellite dish. So even though it looked abandoned, I think somebody was taking up, a living quarters inside of it. But just to see how small and toy-like that convenience store looked, it was just fascinating. And again, I took several pictures, and I enjoyed it. And finally, to wrap up my first full day in the Deltas, somewhere along the way. And I'm not sure if this gas station was located in the Deltas. I don't think it was. I'm not really sure. I honestly lost track of time, space, and location, just driving around aimlessly and getting out, checking out stuff, getting back in. But somewhere along the way, I came up on this really cool gas station. And the first thing that came to my mind when I saw this gas station, the first thing I thought about was Coca-Cola. Because when you look at it from the outside, without actually examining it and looking at it in more detail, just first looking at it, the first thing I thought about was Coca-Cola. Because it had a Coca-Cola brand feel to it. The white building with the red accents, and it just felt like Coca-Cola, like that was like a Coca-Cola store. But upon further, inspection, I did see in the top of the building, top right corner of the building, top left corner of the building, there were old kind of frayed, worn out Coca-Cola signs. Barely visible, but you could still see it. So that's pretty much how I spent my first day in the Delta. I enjoyed my first full day, just getting a feel for Mississippi, getting a feel for the Delta area region, getting a feel for just what I wanted to potentially explore for the next day. And because of that, I went back, did some more research, and I found a town located within the Delta region that I wanted to take a further look at and investigate further. One I'd never been to. And that town is called Friars Point. I did put together a small video of my time and me exploring Friars Point, and I'll show you that video clip here in a minute. But before I show you, I just want you guys to know that at some point in the video, I mispronounced Friars Point a couple of times. And I don't know why I did it. I don't know. Maybe I was tired. Maybe I was overstimulated. Maybe I was excited. I don't know. But for some reason, I called Friars Point Ferris Point a couple of times in the video. And I will put the correction on the screen when I mispronounce it. I do apologize for that. Again, I don't know what I was thinking, but anywho, watch the video and we'll come back after that and I'll wrap up the video. Today, I'll be exploring a part of the Mississippi Delta, specifically Friars Point, Mississippi, which is a small historic town that sits along the Mississippi River. And as you'll see that as we're driving through this small historic town, I might get out if I see anything interesting, but as we drive through it and we look around the town, you'll notice that it's just a very, quiet area. It's lots of stretches of land, scattered houses, very quiet region. And so I'll be exploring that today. Look forward to seeing what I'll be seeing. Friars Point is located roughly about 20 minutes outside of Clarksdale, which is another kind of small rural farm town. And so, yeah, that's where I'm headed. And we're driving through it. And as you'll notice, the drive will be just a lot of empty farmland spaces, quiet, serene. Yeah, that's what you'll notice. I stopped to pull over to show you just how quiet this area is. We're making our way to Friars Point, and I just literally pulled off. And as you can see, a part of the delta is just all flat farmland. It's all farmland, and you don't see any cars. It's very quiet. You know, I like it. I mean, incredible. It's beautiful out here. And you'll notice like a lot of the water too, standing water. It'll be just so much standing water. The drainage system out here is not that good. But just standing out here is giving me like Prudhoe Bay vibes when I was driving to Alaska, and it was just desolate and nobody out here. I mean, there's nobody. This is rural Mississippi. This is the Delta. It's beautiful out here. Like in the middle of the road, nobody. And I think for this trip, we'll just drive through. We'll drive around like I've been doing, and if I, feel compelled to get out and look at stuff, that's how I want to kind of explore these towns. But again, small houses, farm. It's beautiful, man. It's peaceful. But I think a lot of the Mississippi history, because Mississippi to me is like, this is the definition of the deep South is Mississippi. And when you come to Mississippi, aspire to do more than just visit Elvis's place. If that's all you want to do, that's fine. But like, check out the rural areas. It's not many people. It's quiet, And everywhere you go in Mississippi, there's a church. There's a church. Look at that church right there. I've seen churches inside of neighborhoods. It'll be a neighborhood, and in the middle of a neighborhood be a random church. In the middle. I have never seen that, but only in the South. I love it. We got some stuff in the middle of the street here. Looks like some garbage. We'll just go around that. Wow. All right, here we are. Welcome to historic Friars Point, Mississippi. All right, we just made it. We'll just drive around. I won't get out. Houses. Businesses. I've never seen anything like it. It's like a junkyard business. People live here. Old stuff. See a lot of that in the rural areas. I've seen a lot of that driving through some of these areas where their whole front yard would be like a yard, like old cars that don't work, broken down buses and motorcycles and vehicles. And we just went through a neighborhood, right? We're in a neighborhood. You see the houses? We're in a neighborhood. And then what do you know? We're coming up on another church. Another church. There's churches all over. Which way should we go? A lot of interesting places. We'll make a right. I know my car stands out like a sore thumb. Little small communities and towns and stuff, they know people that don't stay here. So we're just gonna kind of drive through. We're not gonna get out, especially in the neighborhoods. I don't want to get out. A lot of farming equipment in people's neighborhood or homes and yards and stuff. But we are officially in Friars Point, Mississippi. We're gonna make a left. Wow. These are just abandoned buildings. It looks like it appears to be. But honestly, who knows? If you look there, you still got like a chair out front. This looks like they're downtown. Right there is the post office. Look how tiny their little cute post office is. They have a North Delta Museum. Yep, this is their downtown. Blink, you miss it. There's a little, it looks like a little packaging store slash gas station. And that abandoned building, I don't know what it once was, but it says private property on it. That one too. But we're gonna turn around now, and I'm not gonna go any further because there is construction down that way. So I want to turn around. This town is so small, if you blink you miss it. So we drove through it, and then I got to an endpoint, turn around, and now I'm parked right by this cute little post office that I showed you, and this museum that does not look open whatsoever. But now let's go take a look around and see what this little town has to offer. There's your one cop car. That's a package store. Looks like maybe a convenience store slash gas station, but they call it a package store. Barbie's package store. They do some barbecuing out here, huh? They got propane. Ethanol free. Wow. Okay, look at their pumps. $3.29 a gallon. Okay. That says private property, so we won't get too close to that. We'll just stay back. But this is it. This is, I think someone lives in that house right there. This is what we drove through. Definitely some history here. You got people that live down there. I wonder what that building used to be. It's not, no one's using it now. And that is an old antique store. It looks like it's closed up, but yeah, it's an old antique store. Definitely looks abandoned. That creepy house. Got some desk. Looks like old school desk. Oh yeah, that's abandoned for sure. Wow. But that's it, guys. This is it. Look at that puppy. Gone. Gonna go down there. Little puppy. Wow. But that's it, guys. That is how I spent my time in Mississippi, just driving around the Delta region, absorbing everything, taking it all in, taking photos, and just learning about the region. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. I truly had a lot of fun making it. I learned so much. Before I wrap the video up and end it, I just want to let you guys know that I also tried some food while I was in Mississippi, and let's just say it was amazing. If you want to see everything that I tried while I was in Mississippi, go ahead and head over to my food channel called Elsewhere. I'll put the name on the screen. If you're a foodie and you love to watch food videos, then that channel's for you. You'll see everything I ate while I was in Mississippi. And finally, I did take some photos while I was in Mississippi as well. If you want to see those photos, I will be posting them on my Patreon real soon. I will also put the name of my Patreon right here. It's at Nomadic Introvert on Patreon. But yeah, that's it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video, but the video ends here. Thank you so incredibly much for watching. But I'm out. Thanks for watching. And as always, I will see you guys in my next video. Take care. Peace.